And we welcome you inside of the Panther Den, getting set for Mountain 8 Conference basketball tonight. It is the Battle of Cowee Mountain, the Smoky Mountain Mustangs at the Franklin Panthers. I'm George Young, along with our fantastic FPSN crew, as we get set for a great battle tonight, the Battle of Cowee Mountain. Let's head down and have the starting lineups with the Panthers introduced with Becca Brooks. The lights go out.
That's what I'm talking about, Panther fans. Get on your feet and welcome your Lady Panthers. At guard, junior, number 1, Riley Green. At guard, sophomore, number 2, Layla Malloy. She's your point guard and a sophomore, number 10, Bristol. Number 24, Phillip Moffett. And at forward, and a senior, number 32, Malia Mason.
All right, that's the starting lineup. Missed the starting lineup for Smoky Mountain. We'll get the lights back on, and we'll get set to get this one underway. These two teams met back on January the 9th, with Smoky Mountain coming out victorious in that one. Or check that, January 12th, that is. 51-47. It was a close affair in Silva back on the 12th of January. Moffitt, the jump center for the Panthers. We are underway here at the Panther Den. It is Bristol Brooks and the Lady Panthers for the opening tip. Underneath Moffitt, and is he going to be tied up? Yes. And it's going to be possession arrow over to the Lady Mustangs. It's Hall of Fame night. It's going to be a great, great evening. The Hall of Fame celebration and the inductees will be inducted right after this ball game before the boys varsity. Smoky Mountain will reset. They'll get it in. Up high, it is Nicholson. Will swing it over. Back up top, it's Inslee. Inslee got a feed over left side now. Now a high pass is knocked away. Out of bounds, going to stay with Smoky Mountain. Just underway, 7:20 left here, first quarter. Clemens gets it inbounds. Knocked away, is it a turnover? No, it's going to stay with Smoky Mountain. They're dressed in their dark gray uniforms tonight with blue numerals. Clemens swings it into the corner. Inslee now underneath, back around the horn it goes. Clemens, top of the key, a three! She gets the scoring going. Banksley Clemens. It's one from downtown, and it's 3-0, and we've got a traveling violation on the Lady Panthers. It is a packed house here at the Panther Den. As you see the turnover here, to the point where we got folks that are standing in the alleyways, blocking some of our camera folks and getting up to their position. Feet underneath, back out around the horn it goes. Another three going to be attempted and hit. Back-to-back jacks for Inslee. Off to Brooks, going to feed up court. Malloy counted in one for Layla Malloy. Layla Malloy takes it hard to the hole. She gets bumped. At the and one situation for Layla Malloy upcoming. First foul whistled on Smoky Mountain. And she gets the and one. The old-fashioned three-point play. knocked away. Here comes Bristol Brooks. Brooks is going to be fouled on the way to the hole. She'll be at the line for a couple of shots. Bristol Brooks, a sophomore, for 2 shots. First one up and good. Foul going to be whistled on Kiara Inslee. That'll be her first, team second on Smoky Mountain. And the second opportunity, up and good for Bristol Brooks. Smoky going to break the press, and then they're going to whistle a foul at midcourt. Going against Malia Mason. That'll be the first on the Panthers, and the first on Malia Mason. No shots, and it goes to Plemons. Plemons going to swing it over to Inslee. Check that to Mulligan. And then her pass knocked away into the hands of Green. Green going to give it up to Layla Malloy. And Malloy gets the bucket. And the Panthers have taken a 7-6 lead. Here's the turnover. As we come back to live action, we've got a whistle and a foul coming against the Panthers. That one's going against Malia Mason. So quick 2 fouls on Malia Mason. That one wouldn't go. They got one more. And the second shot off the mark. Panthers up 7-6 again. If you just joined us, folks, coming into our live stream as we've gotten going here. These 2 teams met back on the 12th of January with Smoky Mountain coming out victorious. Pass almost knocked away. It'll be secured. Panthers will have it. It's Newsom going to feed underneath, and a little errant pass, and it's a turnover. Into the corner. Inslee, they'll get a hand at her face. And now we've got a whistle and a turnover on Smoky Mountain. So she shuffled her feet. You couldn't see her feet in that angle, but looked like she did. Approaching 5 minutes left in the opening quarter, and a turnover at midcourt. Here come the Mustangs. Another 3. This one from the corner wouldn't go for Inslee. A fight for it. Smoky going to come out with it. Bodies everywhere. What is it? Jump ball. Possession arrow is to the Panthers. Here comes Bristol Brooks. Swings it over to Green, into the corner. Newsom now back up top. Bristol Brooks, top of the key. She's open. It's an air ball and cannot be saved out of bounds. Smoky Mountain tries to feed it into the corner. Braylon Mulligan couldn't secure that pass. It's a turnover for the Mustangs and Coach Jared Boone. Some subs coming in off of the bench for the Lady Mustangs. Lucy Wilson in. Pass to free throw line. Moffitt going to get fouled. She'll be at the line for 2 shots. Moffitt's first shot is up and good. Foul, by the way, whistled on the Mustangs. Allie Claire Nicholson. That'll be her second, and it's the 3rd on Smoky in this quarter. One more at the stripe. Moffitt hits. And another turnover in the corner, as the pass over on that right side has been difficult the past 2 trips down the floor for the Mustangs. Franklin up early, 9-6. The 6 points on Smoky Mountain have been threes. 2 threes early here. Malloy drives. Underneath it goes, back out. Riley Green thought about it. Newsom now has it, feeds Moffitt. Moffitt to the hole, off the glass. Finley Moffitt able to get a strong position underneath and get the bucket off the glass. And a turnover up court. Here come the Panthers at a foul. Layla Malloy will be at the line for a couple of shots. Turnover at the Big F. Definitely a foul. Who's that one on? It's Banksley Plemons. They're going to whistle that one on. It's the 4th on Smoky Mountain. With 3:35 left, first shot would not go. One more at the stripe for Layla Malloy. Second one up and good. Panthers pick up in the full court. Smoky had some issues. They'll break it. Efred. Check that McCauley's pass. Stolen. Newsom. Off the glass. And we've got a whistle and a timeout on the floor. Smoky wants to talk it over after 3 consecutive turnovers. And the Panthers have converted to make it an 11-6 Franklin advantage after trailing early in this one. It'll be a 30-second timeout, so we'll keep it here at 3:18 left first quarter. 14-6 Panthers early on Hall of Fame night, Battle of Cowee Mountain, the only home Friday night basketball game for the Panthers all season long. Isn't that something? So it's a packed house tonight. Also, it's the Battle of Cowee, and it's also Hall of Fame night. It has a lot to do with it, but Friday night goes a long way to getting a large crowd in the stands. Just don't know where these folks are parking. That's the big issue with the construction going on. Glad that you're with us wherever you may be on YouTube and Facebook of the Franklin Panthers Sports Network. Welcome. Smoky Mountain fans tuning in tonight, we appreciate you as well. Top of the key, a 3, up and good. All the points have come from beyond the arc for Smoky as Banksley Plemons hits it. Panthers will attack. Newsom going to feed underneath, knocked away, and a fight for it. Smoky going to come out with it. Down court, Wickley, jumper, wouldn't go. Got her own rebound. And Braylon Mulligan, and she's going to get fouled on the second shot. Aubrey Newsom going to pick up the foul. That'll be her first, and it's the team's third. 2 shots at the stripe for Mulligan. Can't hit the first. Second opportunity. Nothing but net. 14-10. Pass knocked away. Going to be picked back up, though, by Malloy. Over to Green, now baseline. Finley Moffitt. Plemons into the front court for Smoky Mountain. Now Mulligan trying to drive in. She'll give it up. Back it goes over to Mulligan. Now Plemons going to hold a fist high. Swing it over to Wilson. Lucy Wilson back out beyond the arc. Jump step and a foul on the floor. They're going to whistle a foul on the Panthers. We'll see who they whistle this one on as Banksley Plemons drove in. That one's going against Moffitt. That'll be her first, team's 4th. Both teams have 4 fouls, so the next foul will have free throws for either. Bunch just knocked out of bounds here on the replay. Finley Moffitt had her hands in the passing lane. In it goes. Another three attempted. Wouldn't go for Mulligan. Brooks down court. Into the corner, it's Newsom. Going to feed Moffitt. Grabs the pass and gets mugged on that low block. She'll be at the line for a couple. Fifth on Smoky. Moffitt can't hit the first. She'll get one more. So we are just a hair past the top of the hour of 7 o'clock. Glad you're with us on this Friday night of hoops on the Franklin Panther Sports Network. It's Hall of Fame night. We'll have the Hall of Fame induction ceremony at the conclusion of this game before they put 10 minutes and the warm-ups begin for the boys varsity. So I invite you to stick around for that. We'll have full coverage on the network. This game, I suspected would be a good one, and so far it's been. Plemons going to give it up, driving to the hole and getting fouled is Mulligan, and she'll be back at the line for a couple of shots. That'll be the fifth on Franklin. That one's going against Moffitt. Finley Moffitt picks up her second. Mulligan hits the first. Second opportunity. Bounces off. Offensive rebound. And a traveling violation is hitting the deck. After securing that rebound, Kaylee Paris could not keep herself upright. Now Smoky going to pick up a little half-hearted full court. Panthers going to break it. Riley Green feeds underneath. Bailey Wooten, who's checked in. She couldn't get it to go. Here comes Smoky. Outlet Inslee. She's going to attempt now after feeding it underneath. Back out. Inslee, no. And Bristol Brooks picks up the rebound. She gets stripped. It'll stay with Franklin. Green dishes to Brooks. We come back to live action. In the corner, Newsom up high, secured Bristol. Brooks trying to feed underneath, knocked away. Picked up briefly by Green. There's bodies everywhere. And they're going to whistle a foul on Franklin. It's like dominoes out here. Whoop. They're going to whistle a foul on Green. No, Bailey Wooten. Wooten will pick up as her first, and that's 5 on Franklin. So we'll have free throw opportunities for Smoky Mountain. Banksley Plemons, first shot, rolls off. She'll get one more. 41.8 left here in the first quarter. Been an entertaining first quarter. Packed house here at Coach Tom Raby basketball court in Panther Den. Franklin working with 36 seconds left. Riley Green has it, feeds Mason, back out Newsom. Newsom tries to feed underneath, knocked around. Here comes Smoky. Banksley Plemons stops, pops, and couldn't hit. Brooks racing down court, 14 seconds. Coast to coast, Bristol Brooks can't get the roll. Franklin with the offensive rebound, and we've got a whistle and a foul going against Smoky Mountain. At the back of the backboard there, and they'll whistle a foul on Smoky. Give that one to, looks like Kaylee Paris, rather. That'll be her second. Shots for Wooten. She can't hit the first. She'll get one more. Coach Jared Boone going to cycle in some players off of his bench as Molly Francis Romanson comes into the game. with a final 9.5. Second one up and good for Wooten. Panthers by 7. Smoky, 8 seconds left. Driving, running shot. Wouldn't fall. And the rebound secured by Riley Green, but that's going to do it. Wow, she almost hit that. A good chance of going in. 8 minutes in the books. Second quarter coming up right after this.
Need underbrush cleared? Have a stump that needs grinding? A tree that's become a hazard on your property? Call Carson Tree Service for a free estimate today. Whether it's landscaping or view cuts, he can help. Fully licensed and insured. Call Cheyenne Carson at 828-526-6213.
When your land demands the best, you need equipment you can count on. At Kubota Tractors of Franklin, you'll find that quality equipment and the best selection anywhere. Everything from the new Kubota subcompact tractors and the zero-turn mowers, all the way up to heavy construction equipment. Plus, right now, we're offering super low price options and incredible long-term financing on practically all Kubota products in stock. Come see us today at North Carolina's family tractor dealer, Kubota Tractors of Franklin.
Welcome back. You see Coach Justin Moffitt talking to his players between quarters. On the other side, you've got Coach Jared Boone talking to his Mustangs. Both teams come in really with very similar records. So overall, they are exactly the same. Conference, Smoky 7-6 mark. Franklin at 8-4, 12-10 overall. In a very competitive game back on the 12th of January in Silva. Back and forth, and Smoky able to pull away there late and defeat Franklin. Clemens with it. She's going to get double team. Dribble out of that double team. Drive in and travel. Like she lost control and then and got it back. Traveled with it. Slapped out of bounds as we come back to live action. Panthers reset. Newsom feeds. Wooten back out. Brooks into the corner. It's a three. In and out. Haley Wooten, or check that, Autry. Alyssa Autry had a great opportunity. Watch this. Whoop. Went down and back out. As we get back to live action. Underneath Wooten, going to kick it back out. A three by Bristol Brooks. No, yep, that's the other rebound. Or the other replay, that is. Back to live action. In the corner, a three. Smoky can't answer. Offensive rebound. And another traveling violation as Banksley Clemens picks the rebound and shuffles her feet. This is the loudest this gym has been all season. Hopefully you could hear that on the live stream. The student section is right below us. They are loud. It's a turnover. Inslee feeds. Wouldn't go. Mulligan could not get that layup. Jumper. Baseline. Would not go for Autry. Or was that Newsom? It was Newsom. More issues. Panthers going to come out with it. Bristol Brooks going to slow it down now. Over to Newsom. Back to Brooks. Thought about it. Thought better. And she'll kick it. Brooks being harassed, hits the deck, and now they're going to whistle a foul. Mulligan, I believe, going to pick up the foul. Pretty good defense right there, but right here's the foul, I believe. We missed it. So no shots. That was the first whistled on Smoky Mountain with 6:03 left here in the first half. Newsom kicks it into the front court. Autry had it briefly. Now it's back to Newsom. Newsom going to drive in. A high shot off the glass. Good. Aubrey Newsom gives the Panthers a 9-point lead now at 23-12. It's a three, a deep one. That one wouldn't go, and saved. Offensive rebound. Spinning and shooting. Another offensive rebound. That time it went to Plemons, and Plemons going to get the runner. Baseline to go. Thankfully, Plemons cuts into the Panther lead. Bristol Brooks. A lot of hollering going on. A bunch of that hollering. Wooten gives it up to Bristol Brooks into the corner. They'll try to feed again underneath, and that one's going to be a turnover, I believe, unless it was touched by Smoky. No, it will be a turnover for the Panthers. Bailey Bryant going to check in for Coach Justin Moffitt. Also back in Riley Green. Believe that Coach Boone and Smoky checked in. Kiara Inslee, I believe she's into the game. Yep, she's over there along with Lucy Wilson, who has it and slips a pass into the backcourt, but it was touched by a Panther. Will not be a backcourt violation. Into the corner, it's Wilson going to feed. Now free throw line, partially blocked. Picked back up by Smoky. And we got some free throws upcoming. As Lucy Wilson secured the block shot, she gets fouled. It'll be Lucy Wilson at the line, the freshman, for a couple of shots. First whistled on Franklin here in this third, I think that's the second quarter. 4:31 left. 9-point advantage for the Panthers. And Lucy Wilson hits the first. Kaylee Paris will check into the game off the bench. One more shot for Lucy Wilson. And she gets the second to go. High arcing free throw shots. But nothing but net on both of them. Shot up, off the mark. I'll get one more. Okay, I think we're back. We lost internet connection there. I believe we are back on both of our streams, I believe. Sorry about that. That was odd. All of the internet went down, including the computer here at my table. Panthers up 23-16. We approach 3 minutes left. Another turnover. Paris gives it. Kiara Inslee off the glass and good. 2:40 with a ticking clock here in the second. Up top, it's Green, gonna feed. Brooks gonna be at the line for a couple of shots. Paris going to pick up the foul. At her third, yeah, it's going to be Kaylee Paris' third foul. We've got a whistle. We've got a timeout on the floor. So Franklin's going to call a timeout to talk it over. And it's going to be a full timeout, so we'll take a break. Stay with us.
Need underbrush cleared? Have a stump that needs grinding? A tree that's become a hazard on your property? Call Carson Tree Service for a free estimate today. Whether it's landscaping or view cuts, he can help. Fully licensed and insured. Call Cheyenne Carson at 828-526-6213.
When your land demands the best, you need equipment you can count on. At Kubota Tractors of Franklin, you'll find that quality equipment and the best selection anywhere. Everything from the new Kubota subcompact tractors and the zero-turn mowers, all the way up to heavy construction equipment. Plus, right now, we're offering super low price options and incredible long-term financing on practically all Kubota products in stock. Come see us today at North Carolina's family tractor dealer, Kubota Tractors of Franklin.
Welcome back. 2:29 to go here in the second quarter. Glad you're with us on YouTube and Facebook. The Franklin Panther Sports Network had an internet issue there that I think dropped for about a minute or so, but both of our posts are still up and we are back on. Sorry about that. A lot of folks here in the gymnasium tonight and knocking cords and doing all kinds of stuff. So we've made some adjustments to how we actually do our broadcast, and hopefully it's going to keep things on the same post and we won't randomly lose Facebook or randomly lose the YouTube post like we have in the past. And also starting to schedule them with the new way that we're doing it. And it looked like it worked that time, which is, you never know until you test it, so that's a good thing. Bristol Brooks up top. Gives it up, Layla Malloy. Malloy feeds, and it's turned over. Into the hands, Lucy Wilson. She's going to quickly give it up. Down underneath it goes. Back out beyond the arc. Inslee just inside the arc. She's going to get the J to go. That's out of bounds. The Panthers' back-to-back trips have turned the ball over. .90 seconds left. Plemons on the dribble, gives it up, back it goes Plemons. She's open, it's a three, it's partially blocked. Bristol Brooks coming down the court, gonna stop and pop. And hit! Bristol Brooks for three. Grabbed the rebound herself and found herself open. She's deadly. Smoky tries to answer. Inslee couldn't get it to go. Fight for the rebound. Bristol Brooks will grab it once again. She's going to feed up court. Riley Green. Back into the hands of Brooks. Autry going to attempt and hit. Alyssa Autry from downtown. As we get back to live action, Smoky misses a shot. Franklin with the possession. We're down to 17 seconds.
For 75 years, the Panther Pit has stood as an enduring symbol of our community. More than just a football stadium, it has witnessed graduations, folk festivals, senior class days, track meets, youth sports, band performances, and the crowning of many homecoming queens. As for football, it's a place where countless young men forged their character, where small-town rivalries were ignited, where hometown heroes were discovered, at a place where generations of fans found a place to belong on Friday nights. Whether you were on the field, in the band, or watching in the stands, the Pit brings up nostalgic memories for all of us. From its humble beginnings to its present status, the Panther Pit has become an integral part of our community. Its transformation over the last 75 years is rooted in the generosity this community is known for. There are tons of stories to tell, and surely we won't be able to share all of them in our video, but this tribute is meant to capture the Pit's history and stroke great memories for those who have been a part of it. We hope this video will spark conversations about what made the Panther Pit so special, both within our community and beyond. We will explore the history of this beloved venue and document its biggest changes throughout 75 years. Along the way, we hope to highlight the people and selfless dedication that made it a legendary part of our community. This documentary has involved many hours of research. We have scoured the local press archives and conducted numerous interviews with folks that have a first-hand account of the last 75 years. And we found two things that are certain. The Pit has received a ton of work over the last 75 years in terms of the field and playing surface, amenities for fans, and facilities for the players. These changes have been driven by the generosity of our local people. Civic groups and individual fans have given resources, time, and money to change it for the better. There is a ton of excitement about the future Franklin High School campus and the new Panther Pit. But let us first pause and say a proper goodbye to this one. The Final Whistle, celebrating 75 years of history at the Panther Pit. Now streaming on demand on the Franklin Panther Sports Network's YouTube and Facebook pages. Need underbrush cleared? Have a stump that needs grinding? A tree that's become a hazard on your property? Call Carson Tree Service for a free estimate today. Whether it's landscaping or view cuts, he can help. Fully licensed and insured. Call Cheyenne Carson at 828-526-6213.
When your land demands the best, you need equipment you can count on. At Kubota Tractors of Franklin, you'll find that quality equipment and the best selection anywhere. Everything from the new Kubota subcompact tractors and the zero-turn mowers, all the way up to heavy construction equipment. Plus, right now, we're offering super low price options and incredible long-term financing on practically all Kubota products in stock. Come see us today at North Carolina's family tractor dealer, Kubota Tractors of Franklin.
Join FPSN each month during the school year as we spotlight outstanding performances from student athletes with the First Citizens Bank and Corbin Dental Athlete of the Month video feature. It's presented by Corbin Dental, a locally owned dental practice providing comprehensive and advanced dental care in Franklin. With deep local roots and a passion for service, Corbin Dental takes pride in providing world-class care right here at home. And by First Citizens Bank, helping families and businesses make more of their finances for over 125 years. First Citizens Bank, forever first. Member FDIC.
All right, welcome back. Appreciate you hanging with us. Had some technical difficulties. Never happened before. The whole system just decided it was going to go to a loop, as you saw. And we couldn't go back to live video or anything. Had to reboot our software. It looks like everything is back now. At the half of the girls' varsity, Franklin holds it a 31-20 advantage over the Smoky Mountain Mustangs. There's only about 20 seconds left when everything decided to go downhill there. Again, we appreciate you hanging with us. I think we're back up on Facebook as well. We did lose the Facebook feed, but I think the YouTube feed has stayed. It is Hall of Fame night, and after the conclusion of the girls' game, we're going to induct these three fine gentlemen. Blake Harrell, Billy Van Hook, Gary Shields. We'll do that after this one is in the books. The season is waning. Only have one more game for the Panthers. After tonight, that one's on Monday. It's senior night, and the conference standings on the girls' side look like this. Pisg at the top. West Henderson just one game back. You see Franklin and Smoky there in the middle of the pack, 3 and 4. And the Mountain 8 Conference Basketball Tournament will be held at the home of the Mustangs this year. It was a productive first half for the Panthers, able to get some shots to go, cause turnovers. Really, that was Smoky's bugaboo. Had multiple trips and back-to-back turnovers. The Panthers, too, were bit by the turnover bug a few times, but consistent shots and got some fast break shots to build a double-digit lead at the break. These two teams met back on January 12th in Silva, with Smoky Mountain coming out victorious 51-47 at a hotly contested ball game. Both teams, well, that was the Smoky boys team. The Smoky girls team is yet to come out of the locker room. Franklin, you see, over at their bench. But here comes Smoky Mountain. Still got about 20 seconds until we'll get to second half action. And again, we appreciate you hanging with us. Yeah, had some technical issues. There's so many folks that are just milling around behind me here. It's a packed house. Maybe one of them hit one of our wires. I don't know what happened. It'll be Panther basketball as we begin the third quarter. Smoky back out of the locker room. Just joined us, dressed in their gray uniforms tonight, dark gray. Blue numerals, Franklin in their home whites. And they'll have the opening possession. It'll be Aubrey Newsom with it. Going to kick it into the corner. Back up top to Green. Going to find Bristol Brooks. She is open. A three wouldn't go. Fight for it. And Smoky going to come down with it. Trailing 11. Driving that baseline. Ensley going to kick it back out. Now the shot partially blocked, it looked like, by McCauley. And on the blocked shot, it's going to head out of bounds, stay with Smoky Mountain. High pass. Smoky going to keep it. Three up and good. And Banksley Plemons. She continues where she left off in that first half. Newsom kicks it into the corner. Now it's Moffitt to the hole. Moffitt can't get it to go. Got her own rebound. Goes back up. Another shot. She couldn't get it to go. And they're going to whistle Moffitt with a foul. That'll be her third foul. That's a big one. It'll be the first this quarter for Franklin. Ensley, or check that, Clemens going to kick it over into the corner. It is Ensley. She's going to attempt a three. It wouldn't go. Another three off the offensive rebound. Clemens wouldn't go. Here comes Bristol Brooks. She's going to race, pull up. Bristol hits the back of the iron. Got her own rebound, goes up, and gets the shot. Bristol Brooks gives the Panthers a 10-point edge again. Plemons kicks. Wild shot. Wouldn't go, and on the rebound, a jump ball. And possession arrow is going to stay with Smoky Mountain. Yep, that looked like a jump ball. Plemons with it. Over to Inslee. Back up top. Inslee almost a turnover. And it's going to stay with Smoky. Pass intercepted up top. Here comes Layla Malloy. Count it, and one for Layla Malloy. Foul going against Kiara Inslee. That'll be her second, and it's the first on Smoky here in this third quarter. One shot at the line for Malloy. And she can't get it to go. Fight for it. Jump ball. Possession arrow going to stay with Franklin. In it goes to Finley Moffitt. Moffitt going to drive in, get fouled. She'll be at the line for a couple of shots. First one up and good. One more at the stripe for Finley Moffitt. I believe this is the biggest lead of the night for the Panthers. Yes, it is. 37-23. 5:45 left in the third quarter. Plemons gonna kick back to Plemons. She's open just inside the arc. Jumper good. Banksley Plemons able to get the bucket to go. Her foot was on the line. You saw it there. High pass stolen away. Inslee. She's been deadly from downtown. She's going to give it up. Back to Plemons. Banksley kicks. Approaching 5 minutes left here. Third quarter. McCauley with it up high. Going to feed low block. Getting position and a foul upcoming on the Panthers. And shots will be attempted by Braylon Mulligan. And the first one up and good for Mulligan. She'll get one more at the stripe. .457 to go here in the third. Some question about the sub. I think we're good. Look at the crowd. Back of the iron. Board by Riley Green. Here comes the Panthers dressed in their white tonight. Corner three, Bristol Brooks. Side of the backboard, hit Karam. Plemons with it. Now Inslee. The feed into the paint, back it goes Inslee. Inslee running shot, no. Offensive rebound, the stick back. Would not go. Braylon Mulligan, and almost a turnover. Jump ball, possession arrow is to Smoky. Will be a turnover for Franklin. Here, Inslee pulls up and hits. Again, just inside the arc. The perimeter shots are going here for Smoky Mountain. Newsom wouldn't go. Finley Moffitt gets mugged underneath after she secured that offensive rebound. We get the line. Will Moffitt. Who do you give it to? Give it a 21. Yeah, that's Nicholson. 2 shots for Moffitt. And Nicholson going to pick up her third, 21 with the foul. I think she's going to take a seat. Yeah, she's heading over to the bench for Coach Boone. Checking in for Nicholson is McCauley. She's back into the game. Back of the line with the second shot. Fight for it. Into the hands of Inslee. Clemens. Into the paint it goes. Mulligan, then back out beyond the arc. It's Clemens open. 3. Coming out with it. Here comes Bristol. Brooks to the hole, coast to coast. Bristol Brooks. Panthers back up 12. Both teams picking up the pace. Clemens, high pass. Over to Mulligan, back out Clemens. Now going to feed into the paint, get caught up. And whistle a foul on Malloy, I believe. Kaylee Paris was fighting for it with Malloy. She'll pick up her first, and that's just the second on Franklin. Make that the third on Franklin as they update the scoreboard. Interim coach Justin Moffitt going to check into the game. Alyssa Autry. Corner 3. Off the mark. Smoky going to grab the offensive rebound. Going back up. Wouldn't go for Banksley Clemens, and on the rebound, we got a jump ball possession arrow is to Franklin. They're going to whistle backcourt violation as Bristol Brooks was not established into the front court, and she got that pass. A great replay there. You got to establish yourself. Panthers, I was just about to say, nice break of the press, but backcourt violation. A pass now knocked out of bounds by Riley Green. Going to stay with Smoky. Another jump ball, and it stays with Smoky. Banksley Clemens dribbles, kicks. Inslee going to feed underneath, back out it goes. Running shot by Mulligan wouldn't go. Kicked out of bounds, stays with Smoky. Quick inbounds pass. The shot wouldn't go for here at Inslee. Here comes Bristol Brooks. He's going to push quickly and give it up. Over to Autry. Autry thought about it. Finds Green, who drives in, falls down. Or check that, Malloy falls down, and she is going to be bailed out by a foul. 4th on Smoky. It's going to be the 4th on Kaylee Paris. She may check out. Yeah, she's going to take a seat. Coach Boone substitutes Lucy Wilson for Paris. High is going to be secured by Moffitt. Quickly gives it up. Bristol Brooks. Back it goes Moffitt. Moffitt lost control. It's going to stay with Franklin. Minute 58 to go in the third. Bristol Brooks, deep 3, short, out of bounds. Didn't hit anything. Minute 55 to go. We see the deep 3. That was on the volleyball line. Two Mustangs in the same vicinity. They both went for it, somehow able to secure the pass as Plemons jacks a three off the mark. Outlet up to Riley Green. Finds Autry over to Brooks. Brooks jump back, and she can't get it to go. Inslee feeds over to Mulligan. High arcing shot up and good. Mulligan gets the bucket to go to cut it to a 10-point edge for Franklin with 1:13 to go in the third. Dangerous pass. Malloy secures it, finds Moffitt. Over into the corner. A three. Off the mark for Autry, and over the back they're going to whistle on Riley Green. Fourth on Franklin. Both teams one foul away from bonus time here in the third quarter. And again, fans, we want you to stick around as we'll have the Hall of Fame induction ceremony directly following this contest. Pass intercepted. Riley Green. Brooks looking, now going to be double teamed. Dribble out of that double team. Lift a running shot. Tough one. Crystal Brooks with the J. Just waiting for her time. Not going to take off and get it to go. Nice. As we come back to live action, it is a turnover. Finley Moffitt gets the bucket and the foul, and she'll be at the line for a couple of shots. 23 seconds left, or a one-shot opportunity, as they'll count the bucket. And she can't get the shot to go in the back of the iron. It'll head over to Smoky as Inslee has it, kicks it into the corner. Mulligan three. Fight for the board, and we're heading the other way. We'll have some free throws, as that'll be the sixth on Smoky. Oh, they're going to whistle it on Franklin. Oh, he was pointing the other way, so they're going to switch it. It's going against Riley Green. Okay. He was pointing at her. You were pointing the other way. And now he's pointing that way. Now they get it right. So, a couple of shots here at the line for Inslee. First one off. One more for Kiera Inslee. 14.4 seconds left in the third. Panthers up 14. It's been a double-digit lead for a good portion of this third quarter. It was at the break. Second one good. Smoky picks up in the backcourt, almost causes a turnover. 10 seconds left. Bristol Brooks taking a seat. She's going to check back in. Got to get the ball handler back into the game. She was going to take a breather the final few seconds here, but Smoky decided to turn up the pressure. Newsom feeds up court, and it's going to be intercepted. No foul. Out of bounds, going to stay with Smoky. A lot of contact. McCauley. Well, she just lost control of it. It was a clean strip. At the buzzer. Got it. Kiera Inslee hits one from downtown to make it a 10-point advantage for the Panthers at the end of three quarters. All right, stay with us. Fourth quarter coming up right after this.
Need underbrush cleared? Have a stump that needs grinding? A tree that's become a hazard on your property? Call Carson Tree Service for a free estimate today. Whether it's landscaping or view cuts, he can help. Fully licensed and insured. Call Cheyenne Carson at 828-526-6213.
When your land demands the best, you need equipment you can count on. At Kubota Tractors of Franklin, you'll find that quality equipment and the best selection anywhere. Everything from the new Kubota subcompact tractors and the zero-turn mowers, all the way up to heavy construction equipment. Plus, right now, we're offering super low price options and incredible long-term financing on practically all Kubota products in stock. Come see us today at North Carolina's family tractor dealer, Kubota Tractors of Franklin.
Welcome back. We're having a shooting contest here between third and the fourth quarter. Hall of Fame, mentioned it a couple of times if you're tuning in for the boys action. That'll occur right before we start the clock for the countdown. Both teams will be out warming up. We're going to induct Gary Shields, Billy Van Hook, and Blake Harrell into the Franklin High School Athletic Hall of Fame. These are great men. I know them all. All right, so we're going to get back to fourth quarter action. I got to put some time up on the clock. They'll stop it, get the time up on the clock. There it goes. Thinking we're ready now. They're going to reset the fouls too. They got to get those. All right, now they're ready. Newsom over to Brooks in the corner. Up high goes Green. Moffitt on that low block gets position. Can't get it to go. Got her own rebound. Goes up. Counted and one for Finley Moffitt. Foul whistled on Lucy Wilson, her first, team's first. And the and one rims out. Clemens across that timeline for Coach Boone and the Lady Mustangs. Going to feed it over into the corner. Now Mulligan with it. Back to Clemens up top. A lot of passing outside the perimeter, but nothing so far for the Mustangs underneath. Clemens high pass into the corner. It's a three. Off the mark for Wilson. Smoky going to retain possession. Inslee partially blocked. Mason gives it up. Green, no. There to follow. Finley Moffitt. 48-34. Back to a 14-point edge for the Panthers. Matches their biggest of the night. 6:53 left. Clemens lifts one into the corner. Wilson looked like she was going to attempt a three. Thought better of it. Over to Mulligan. Now back out to Clemens. Panthers stuffing those driving lanes. The defense. Deep three. Clemens off the mark. Jump ball. Yep. And possession arrow going to stay with Smoky. Oh, they did not call jump ball. Called timeout Smoky. It would have been Smoky's possession anyway. The possession arrow is pointing their way. I believe it's going to be a 30-second timeout. So we'll keep it here as House of Pain plays. Mentioned this earlier. Here are the conference standings. The conference tournament begins in Sylvan at Smoky Mountain High School. A week from Monday, we believe. Those dates are obviously with the weather and rescheduling and all that in flux, but pretty much it's a two-horse race at the top. Pisgah and West Henderson. I believe they play on Saturday. I believe. They rescheduled it Saturday. The High School Athletic Association has given some leeway with the entire state affected by an ice storm and then a snowstorm, back-to-back weekends to schedule on Saturdays and possibly play up to 4 games in a week. And I believe I saw on the schedule that they're going to play on Saturday. That'll kind of decide the top seed, and then the rest of the pack will settle. So Smoky out of the timeout. They'll have possession underneath their own basket as Clemens looks to get it and does Inslee. Inslee get a feed underneath, knocked away. Come the Panthers. Riley Green. Over to Autry now, going to feed Moffitt. Moffitt fighting, got it. And one for Finley Moffitt. She has been an unmovable force underneath. One shot for Moffitt. Got it to go. Foul whistled on Nicholson. That's her fourth. We've just got a technical foul, and now Coach Jared Boone has been ejected from the ball game. My, oh my. He said something to the official. He teed him up one time, and then he gave him the old heave-ho. I don't know if we've got it on this replay. We'll see. As we go down court, we'll see it over there. Okay, there's the first, and then another. Boom, bam, he's out. Wow, I don't know what was said, but obviously it was not in the favor of the official. It has been I've done this for a long time, and it's been a while since I've seen a basketball coach be ejected. Seen some baseball coaches be ejected a couple of times. So we'll have double technical foul shots assessed and attempted here. Malloy can't hit the first. Second one up and good. We'll get two more. Gets the third. She'll have one more opportunity. And she hits that fourth shot. 3 out of 4. So after all that, Franklin has possession. 6:09 left. A lot of time left in this game. If you're tuning in for the boys' action as we get close to 8 o'clock, we'll have the Hall of Fame induction at the conclusion of this one. Finley Moffitt continues her domination underneath. And we got a whistle. We got a full timeout going to be called by Coach Justin Moffitt. And the Panthers up 55-34 with 5:51 left. We'll take a quick break. Back right after this.
Join FPSN each month during the school year as we spotlight outstanding performances from student athletes with the First Citizens Bank and Corbin Dental Athlete of the Month video feature. It's presented by Corbin Dental, a locally owned dental practice providing comprehensive and advanced dental care in Franklin. With deep local roots and a passion for service, Corbin Dental takes pride in providing world-class care right here at home. And by First Citizens Bank, helping families and businesses make more of their finances for over 125 years. First Citizens Bank, forever first. Member FDIC.
Smoky has it out of the timeout. Clemens kicks it up high. Swing it over to Inslee. Now in the corner, it's a three. Up and good from the left corner by Kiera Inslee. Get a high pass into the post. That time, unsuccessful was Moffitt. An offensive rebound. The second shot wouldn't go. Into the hands of Riley Green. And she's able to get the bucket. Panthers looking for revenge after losing. And Silva back on the 12th of January. Another three. Back of the iron. Long rebound. Smoky. Second shot wouldn't go. Here come the Panthers. Newsom. Gonna try to feed through the legs of Moffitt. As I was mentioning before we went to break, we got a foul coming up on the Panthers. If you're tuning in for the boys' action, it is 8 o'clock now. We'll have the Hall of Fame induction ceremony. It's going to last probably about 10 minutes after the conclusion of this game. And then we'll have 10 minutes up on the clock. Both teams will warm up. And then we'll have the boys' action. So at this point, we're probably looking at closer to 8:30 before the boys will tip off, as the first shot is up and good for Kara Inslee. She'll get one more. Foul was whistled on Moffitt. That is her fourth. It's the first whistled on Franklin here in this fourth quarter. One more at the stripe for Kara Inslee. And she gets it to go. Bristol Brooks on the dribble. That's Riley Green finding Moffitt. It's open. Finley Moffitt, baseline jumper. Up and good. 59-38, biggest lead of the night for the Panthers. And 21. Panthers led by double digits at the break. They built on the lead in the second half. Mulligan's shot from downtown wouldn't go, out of bounds. And whose ball is it? We're going to have a timeout called. It is Smoky that has possession. And a 30-second timeout going to be called by the interim coach. After, I believe it was the head coach, Jared Boone, that was ejected. There was a coach that was ejected. 4 minutes exactly left here in this ball game. Here are the inductees coming up at the conclusion of this one. Exactly 4 minutes remaining, 22-point advantage for the Lady Panthers. Looking to go 13-10 and 9-4 in conference play. If they can hold on to this lead for the final 4 minutes. Clemens looks to get it inbounds. She does up high. Inslee into the corner it goes. She thought about it briefly, did Nicholson back up top. Clemens swings it over into the corner. Left of the elbow. Shot wouldn't go for Nicholson. Comes Franklin. Bristol thought about driving in. Finds Green. Green into the corner. It's Autry. Brooks draining some clock now. Drives in. And they'll whistle a foul on Smoky. I believe that one will be on Clemens. We'll see here. The blow by. They're still discussing. I guess, was she in the act of shooting is the question. It's been an active night for the officiating. They've figured out who the foul was on, and it's going against Clemens. Oh. No, it's not Clemens. It's 2-0, not 1-0. Kaylee Paris picks up her fifth. Are they going to call intentional? Okay. 2 shots. Fifth, by the way, on Paris. She's going to foul out. Let's see here. Second shot up and good. Well, Another timeout call. It's Justin Moffitt wants to talk it over for the Lady Panthers. It's going to be a 30-second timeout. I mentioned this is second to final regular season game of the season for the Panthers. Close out the regular season on Tuesday against West Henderson here at the Panther Den. It'll be senior night, so again, it'll be a long period between the girls and the boys games. They'll have the seniors recognized. .324 left. Bristol Brooks will trigger. As Panthers have possession after the intentional. Moffitt gives it up to Autry. Now it's Brooks. See if they decide to drain some clock here. Riley Green in the corner. He'll dribble out, kick it over. Moffitt. Looking ahead to the boys' action. Franklin lost at Smoky. Only 2 losses in conference all season. We got a foul coming up on Smoky. And one of those was in Silva back on the 12th in a game that saw Smoky shoot the lights out. Franklin made a ferocious comeback, but came up a little short. Another whistle, another timeout. It'll be a full timeout. All right, we'll take one. 2:55 fourth quarter. Back right after this.
Need underbrush cleared? Have a stump that needs grinding? A tree that's become a hazard on your property? Call Carson Tree Service for a free estimate today. Whether it's landscaping or view cuts, he can help. Fully licensed and insured. Call Cheyenne Carson at 828-526-6213.
When your land demands the best, you need equipment you can count on. At Kubota Tractors of Franklin, you'll find that quality equipment and the best selection anywhere. Everything from the new Kubota subcompact tractors and the zero-turn mowers, all the way up to heavy construction equipment. Plus, right now, we're offering super low price options and incredible long-term financing on practically all Kubota products in stock. Come see us today at North Carolina's family tractor dealer, Kubota Tractors of Franklin.
All right, welcome back. 2:55 left, fourth quarter. Again, if you're tuning in for the boys' action, it'll follow this one, but it'll be a while because we're going to have the Induction Hall of Fame right after this one. 2 shots for Bristol Brooks. Don't think we can fit any more people into the gymnasium. The last time I saw this many folks in here was the conference tournament finals last year. There's a few seats in the very top rafters on both sides, but there's a ton of folks in both end zones. They've got the velvet rope out to keep people from getting too close to the court. I joked with Dan Gibson about that. He was putting out the velvet rope during the JV games. It's actually not velvet. It's just black. But they ought to get some nice red, Panther red velvet. Get it? You know, rope. Riley Green open. Couldn't get it to go in the paint. Clemens down court. She has it up top. Stops, pops. Got it. Banksley Clemens. I tell you, you cannot leave her open. Next dead ball will have subs for both teams coming in. As you see a bunch of ladies ready to come into the game at the scores table. Finley Moffitt can't hit in the paint. Clemens bails one into the corner, back up. It goes Clemens. Down to a minute 45 left. And a steal. Here comes Bristol Brooks. She's going to just hang out, drain some clock. Timeout now to get some subs in. And we really do appreciate you locking us in tonight. I know the Olympic opening ceremonies tonight. We appreciate you spending your evening with us. I'm George Young, along with our terrific Franklin Panther Sports Network crew, including Phillip Angel, our executive producer, Joshua Chastian, and Spencer Lee on our cameras tonight. We had some technical issues earlier right at the end of the first half, our whole system locked up. But, looks like everything's okay right now. Cross your fingers and your toes. I still think it was one of these fools over here that's running around and knocked one of our wires. Oh, man. So I was talking to a gentleman prior. We're talking about some of the facilities in the league and the conference. And I said, well, we're going to have the best facilities anywhere in the West in about a year and a half. Have plenty of room in the gym, plenty of room over at the brand new facility at the Panther Pit football field. They'll have it open next fall. This coming fall, the 20. We're in 26, aren't we, George? Yeah. This coming fall. Down to 55 seconds left. Corner three wouldn't go. Wilson able to grab the rebound and got it slapped away from her. That's pretty much going to do it. We'll see if Smoky continues to put on some pressure. Doesn't look like that'll be the case. Hervey up top. Over to Brooks. Mount. Green with it. Feeds Mason. Mason getting position. Goes up. It wouldn't go. Here come the Mustangs. It's Justice Hamilton. Hamilton leans into a shot. It wouldn't go. On a 10 seconds. And we've got a collision and a foul. And we'll have some foul shots because Smoky's over the limit here. It'll be Bailey Bryant at the line for a couple of shots. First one good. Second one. Good. 9 seconds left. Pretty much is going to do it. Panthers will dribble it out, and it's a final. Franklin gets revenge from an earlier loss, 68-41. Franklin advances to 13-10 and 9-4 in conference. Smoky falls to 12-11 and 7-7 in Mountain 8 conference play. So they'll get set up for the Hall of Fame induction ceremony. And we will carry that live here on the network once they clear the floor. Some great individuals that will be honored here.
All right. It is now time for the Franklin High School Hall of Fame induction ceremony. Due to the current construction and other circumstances, a partial number of inductees will be honored tonight. The FHS Hall of Fame Committee wants to thank the public for all their support. Representing the Hall of Fame Committee tonight are Rhonda Blanton, Karen Steinwinter, George Young, and Jeremiah Prince. The Hall of Fame Committee would also like to honor the recent passing of Jim Taylor, who was in the inaugural Franklin High School Athletic Hall of Fame class. He stated that his time at Franklin High School prepared him for his personal athletic success and later his coaching success. He was also inducted into the Cleveland County Hall of Fame, the Western Carolina University Hall of Fame, and the North Carolina High School Athletic Association Hall of Fame. Our first inductee of the night Mr. Billy Van Hook. Few individuals have embodied the spirit of Franklin High School athletics more deeply or more faithfully than Billy Van Hook. A lifelong Panther, Billy has devoted his life to serving Franklin athletics as a student athlete, coach, administrator, volunteer, and community leader. His legacy is defined by one unmistakable word: devotion. Billy's journey began as a student from 1970 to 1974 when he earned letters in 4 sports: football, basketball, baseball, and track. His greatest success came on the baseball field, where he was a multiple-time all-conference performer, helped lead Franklin to the state semifinals under Coach Tom Raby, and finished with a career batting average of .385, one of the best in school history. After high school, Van Hook would continue his baseball career on scholarship at Montreat Anderson College. After college, Billy returned home to coach the next generation of Panthers in 1980. He was named head coach of both varsity baseball and varsity basketball, a rare distinction in Franklin history shared only with his mentor, Tom Raby. He led baseball teams to championships and a state finals appearance, earned Coach of the Year honors in basketball, guided the program through a classification change, and finished his coaching career with a winning percentage above 70%. Billy's influence only grew as the athletic director at Franklin High, where he created lasting athletic scholarships for student athletes, improved facilities, and supported every program, including serving wherever help was needed. His commitment extended throughout the community, from youth leagues to recreation boards, and even played a role in Franklin 2001 state baseball championship, won by a team that included his son Ben. Billy Van Hook's true legacy lies in the people he connected, the opportunities he created, and the generations of Panthers he inspired. Tonight, we honor not only his achievements, but a lifetime of devotion. Please join me with a big round of applause as we induct Billy Van Hook in the Franklin High School Athletic Hall of Fame. Our next inductee, Mr. Gary Shields. It is an honor to introduce a man whose life reflects service, leadership, and an unwavering commitment to education and community. In May of 1969, after serving 2 tours of duty in Vietnam, Gary Shields returned home profoundly changed. He had trained in Germany with the 10th Special Forces and served with the 173rd Airborne Brigade as a radio man, squad team leader, and track commander. Just weeks before his second tour of duty ended, his first sergeant gave him a charge that would shape the rest of his life. You have served your country, now go home and serve your community. Reflecting on his past, Gary recognized that education and the educators who believed in him when he struggled to believe in himself were the greatest influencers. With renewed faith and purpose, his commitment, his life to education, and helping others discover their own worth and potential. Gary earned his Bachelor of Arts from Gardner-Webb College in 1973, followed by a Master of School Education and School Administration from UNC Charlotte in 1975. Later, a Master of Education in Guidance and Counseling from Western Carolina University. These educational tools allowed him to return to Macon County, where he served as a teacher, counselor, assistant principal, elementary school principal, and in 1989 and 1990 school year, became the principal of Franklin High for the next 21 years. During expanding support systems for at-risk students, he championed mentorship, alternative education, and programs that gave students second chances, always guided by his mission to move students from the big world university of adversity to the big world of opportunity. Mr. Shields was gifted the most dedicated staff who worked for all the betterment of all students. When he retired in June 2010, he continued serving Macon County by being elected to the Macon County Board of Education in November of 2010 to 2014. From those past 4 years of learning, he was elected to the Macon County Board of Commissioners in 2014 and still serves in that position today. His greatest accomplishment as a chairman was support and votes of the commissioners to build a new Franklin High School, and this production is visible today. There is no I in team. Macon County is the greatest. He is supported tonight by his wife, Anna Shields, a teacher and coach at FHS with their daughter, Lindsay Simpson, who too is a member of the Hall of Fame. Mr. Shields, known by all as the man, the myth, the legend, Mr. Gary Shields. Our next Hall of Fame inductee, Mr. Blake Harrell. Blake Harrell is a 1997 graduate of Franklin High School and was a three-sport athlete participating in football, basketball, and baseball during his 4 years at FHS. After graduation, Harrell attended Western Carolina University, where he received his bachelor degree in physical education. In 2002, before earning an MBA from Lenoir-Rhyne in 2012. While in college, Blake started moving up the football coaching ranks, first as a student assistant in 2001 and 2002 at WCU, then to McDowell High School in 2003, Varina High School in 2004, before returning to his alma mater of Franklin for the 2005-2006 seasons. Under Coach Fred Goldsmith and Josh Brooks, Blake coached the secondary and added defensive coordinator duties in 2006. Harrell was part of an FHS squad that went 22-4 over 2 seasons, and his 06 defense held opponents to just under 9 points per game. He then followed Fred Goldsmith to Lenoir-Rhyne University and spent 7 years with the Bears, where he handled a myriad of responsibilities from 2007 to 2013. His coaching journey then took him to Charleston, South Carolina for 5 football seasons at the Citadel, the last 3 as defensive coordinator and linebackers coach. His stout defense sparked the Bulldogs to back-to-back Southern Conference championships and a number 6 overall seed in the FCS playoffs during the 2016 season. He developed some of the most dynamic players in the SoCon during his 5-year tenure in Charleston as the program embarked on its most successful run in school history. Harrell then spent 2019 season as the defensive coordinator and linebackers coach at Kennesaw State, helping lead the Owls to an 11-3 mark in a second-round FCS playoff berth and a final number 8 national ranking. In 2020, his former boss at the Citadel, Mike Houston, a Franklin graduate and Hall of Fame member, hired him at East Carolina to oversee the defense for 4 seasons. In November of 2024, Harrell was named the head coach at ECU, where he led the Pirates to 5 wins over a 6-game span, and he compiled a 14-5 record as head coach. Blake has become the fastest coach to achieve 13 wins at ECU history, including back-to-back bowl victories and a 10-3 conference record. Please join me in a round of applause for Franklin High School Athletic Hall of Fame inductee, Blake Harrell.
All right, those fine men now enshrined in the Franklin High School Athletic Hall of Fame. All right, we're going to head into a break. We're going to talk with head coach Doug Plemons of the boys varsity, and we'll get you set to tip things off here in just a few moments. Stay with us. And welcome back as we get set for the boys varsity tonight in the Battle of Cowee Mountain, Smoky Mountain in Franklin, here just a few moments away. Coach, to take a baseball analogy, sometimes you don't have your fastball. and it seemed like that was the case on Wednesday night against North Henderson. Guys able to grind out a victory.
It was a good win for us, good hard-fought win. Didn't play our best, but we played a pretty tough team. You know, they're in the top 4 of the conference and have been right there all year long. So we knew it was going to be a tough game. I wish we would have been able to have some days of practice in preparation for that. I thought the boys looked sluggish. Of course, a lot of them, when I talked to them about the snow and everything, they said, they were just now getting off, their mountain or their roads or whatever with all the ice and snow. So, you can't do anything about that. We were fortunate, I think, to be able to play the game and to be able to get the victory.
Yeah, it seemed that you just couldn't get in rhythm offensively. You had some open shots that just weren't going. And as you credit North Henderson, played very well. But down the stretch, you guys able to make a few shots and finally gain a lead there late because it was back and forth throughout.
It was, the offense was certainly inconsistent, most of the night. But I felt like, which has been the case in several games this year, a lot of people talk about our offense. We do have several guys that can score the basketball in different ways, but I really think our defense is kind of underrated. In that game, I felt like at the end of the game when we were able to press them, maybe the last 3 or 4 minutes of the game, we were able to turn them over, get some key steals, and then also push the ball up the floor, got some open looks, knocked down some shots. I was glad to see the guys keep their confidence. Lots of times when you aren't hitting, you kind of get it in your head, well, tonight's not my night, so I'll just pass off and let somebody else shoot. If they had done that, probably wouldn't have won. I know Will Rowers in particular knocked down a big 3 there late in the game, and he had missed several open looks. But I was proud of him for, having the confidence to take that shot. And that's kind of what we coach to them is, if it's a good shot and you're open, you need to let it go.
Well, you win on Wednesday night, and 2 days later, you're playing tonight another conference game. It's the Battle of Cowee. It's a big rival with Smoky Mountain and a team that gave you one of your 2 conference losses in Silva back in January. That game was very close, and I believe you had told me that you thought that Smoky really shot the ball well that night. What do you expect out of tonight's game?
I expect the same thing. They played good defense on us also over there. They were really up in our face and tried to take away our 3-point shot, chased us off the line a little bit. And then, like you say, on offense, they had 4 guys that made 4 threes. That's, we feel like we shoot the ball well, but that particular night, it was, we'd get one person guarded and next thing you know, somebody else would hit one. So hopefully we're able to shut some of that down tonight. We worked hard on our defense ever since that game, really, to be able to play better man-to-man defense and to contain, but also to put pressure on the shooters. So we'll see how it works out.
Well, it is Hall of Fame night tonight. We had the Hall of Fame ceremony right before we started chatting here. Coach, I know it's 3 guys that you work with, and Blake Harrell, Gary Shields, and Billy Van Hook over the years. Talk about them real quick. You're one of the guys that has been here for a long time, and the effect that those guys have had.
Oh, yes. Well, I'll speak with Blake first. Blake played basketball for us. He was on some really good teams, several championships. As a player here, he was multi-sport. Athlete. Went on and played, played in college, and then came back, coached. I think he coached baseball. I know he coached baseball. He was our head basketball coach for several years. I coached against him back when he was here at Franklin. I was at Cullowhee, and then he's been instrumental. He's not, sometimes when you kind of get through your career or your kids are through or whatever, you kind of just lay everything down. Well, it's somebody else's turn, but Billy has continued to work in the community, sometimes behind the scenes. Our baseball complex out the middle school, he had a big hand in all that. and he's also an athletic director here at the high school. So he's had his hand in athletics here for a long, long time. And, I think it's a great choice in him, not only as a player, as a coach, administrator, but also as a community person. And then, of course, Gary Shields. Gary brought me here from Smoky Mountain, hired me. Best thing that ever happened to me. He and I have been friends, ever since. Have utmost respect for him, as do a lot of people here in town. And again, he's one of those guys that did the job while he was here, well respected. Ran a tight ship. The kids respected that about him. Always had your back as a teacher and a coach. But then after he finished his career in education, he's continued to serve on the school board and now as county commissioner. So I just think it's going to be a great night.
Yeah, it has been a special night here, Coach, and hopefully it's even more special. Hopefully you guys get a win tonight at the Battle of Cowee Mountain, and then we'll catch up with you in a few days on Senior Night, Tuesday.
Yes, sir. Should be a great atmosphere.
Head coach Doug Clemens here as we get set for the boys varsity. Hang with us, fans. We got more to come.
When your land demands the best, you need equipment you can count on. At Kubota Tractors of Franklin, you'll find that quality equipment and the best selection anywhere. Everything from the new Kubota subcompact tractors and the zero-turn mowers, all the way up to heavy construction equipment. Plus, right now, we're offering super low price options and incredible long-term financing on practically all Kubota products in stock. Come see us today at North Carolina's family tractor dealer, Kubota Tractors of Franklin.
Need underbrush cleared? Have a stump that needs grinding? A tree that's become a hazard on your property? Call Carson Tree Service for a free estimate today. Whether it's landscaping or view cuts, he can help. Fully licensed and insured. Call Cheyenne Carson at 828-526-6213. Join FPSN each month during the school year as we spotlight outstanding performances from student athletes with the First Citizens Bank and Corbin Dental Athlete of the Month video feature. It's presented by Corbin Dental, a locally owned dental practice providing comprehensive and advanced dental care in Franklin. With deep local roots and a passion for service, Corbin Dental takes pride in providing world-class care right here at home. And by First Citizens Bank, helping families and businesses make more of their finances for over 125 years. First Citizens Bank, forever first. Member FDIC.
And we welcome you back into the Panther Den as we get set for the boys varsity. Glad you're sticking with us. It's going to be a late night here after the Hall of Fame induction ceremony. Both teams about to be introduced. And hopefully this one's going to be a good one. These two teams met back on January 12th with Smoky Mountain coming out victorious 67-55. Conference standings look like this. You see the Panthers and the Eagles of East Henderson at the top. East has a couple more, one more game to get in. They are one game back of Franklin. So we're going to send it down to our public address announcer, Mark Sutton here, and we're going to have the starting lineups introduced for both teams here right directly.
Panther fans, Mustang fans, welcome to tonight's fourth and final contest, varsity boys basketball. First, the starting lineup for the Smoky Mountain Mustangs. Number 11, Lane Clemens. Number 14, Ace Pringer. Number 20, Cody Kilpatrick. Number 21, Ben Brown. And number 33, Custer Pringer. Panthers go lights out in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Panther fans, tonight's starting lineup. At guard, a junior, number 3, At guard, a junior, number 14, William Rowell. At center, a junior, number 20, Rex Parker. At guard, a senior, number 5, Jack Tisateski. At forward, a senior, number 12, Peyton
That's the starting lineup for both teams. We'll get the lights back on and we'll get this one underway. 8:36 will be tipping this one off. It'll be Custer Pringer that will jump center against Peyton Hervey. Student section's ready. The fans have been waiting with bated breath for this one to tip off. Pringer will get the opening tip. The Mustangs have it, dressed in black tonight. Ben Brown has it. Swing it up top. Back over near the bench. Lane Clemens has it knocked away. Jack Tisateski gets the scoring going for the Panthers. Raucous atmosphere at the Panther Den, and it's a turnover. Back-to-back trips for the Mustangs. They've turned it over. Lane Clemens had it knocked away. Here comes Tisateski. He's going to give it up. Attacking. Hervey couldn't get it to go. Smoky grabs the rebound. Ace Pringer gives it up to Clemens. Now cross-court pass. Ben Brown will lift a high pass to Ace. Pringer gives it up once again over Clemens. Now deep in the corner. Going to dribble out of it. Now another turnover. It's Gunnar McConnell going to steal it away. Give it up. Jack Tisateski off the glass. Tisateski. Here's the steal. There's the steal. We in the replay there, we had a technical foul that was assessed. I did not see exactly who it was and what happened. They haven't put it up on the scoreboard just yet. First shot up good, Lane Clemens. One more. It's up and good. It'll be Smoky Mountain basketball. Now we'll have a whistle and a foul on Gunnar McConnell as he got up off of his feet and fouled Ben Brown. Second on Franklin. Smoky got to get it in. Time's a ticking. They do to Custer Pringer. Pringer, it's double team. Gives it up briefly back. Pringer kicks. It's a three. Off the mark, Ben Brown. Hervey grabs the rebound. Here comes the Panthers. Down court, Will Rowers. Back out, Gunnar McConnell. Over to Rowers. He's open. Got it! Will Rowers nails the three. we've got a whistle and a timeout on the floor. 6:15 left in the first quarter. 30-second timeout. Owned by Smoky Mountain. As this has been a up and down ball game, a lot of excitement, a lot of intensity early on with the fans in the stands and on the floor as well. A lot of anticipation leading up to this one, and I think that almost a turnover up top. And they kick it out, Clemens. Clemens going to find Pringer driving in. He can't get it to go. Off it goes Hervey. Hervey to the hole, off the glass. Another turnover. Out to Gunnar McConnell. McConnell feeds Will Rowers. He got fouled. Rowers will be at the line for a couple of shots. Foul whistled on Lane Clemens, his first. First on Smoky. Rowers, first one in the air and good. Rowers will get one more. It's up and good. Ace Pringer brings it up court. Brown wanted to draw the foul, gives it up. A deep three is off the mark for Lane Clemens, and it's going to head out of bounds to the Panthers. Eli Snyder going to check in for Coach Thomas Young and the Smoky Mountain Mustangs. Rowers drives, kicks, Jack, corner three. Into the corner, Smoky tries to answer with Ace Pringer, wouldn't go. Fight for the board. Tessie going to come out with it. He stops and pops. My, oh my. Full timeout for Thomas Young of the Smoky Mountain Mustangs. 17-2. Franklin out of the gates. Just about halfway through this first quarter. Up 17-2. The second and final regular season night of basketball. Senior night's coming up on Tuesday for the Panthers. We'll have it here on the network. West Henderson and Franklin will battle here at the Panther Den. Glad you're with us on this Friday night of hoops. We got the boys varsity game underway. About 8:36, I believe, was the tip time. After a long varsity girls game and the Hall of Fame induction ceremony. That delayed the start of this one. So out of the timeout, it is Smoky Mountain with possession. Ace Pringer turns it over into the hands of Tisa Teske. He's going to get fouled at midcourt. Ben Brown going to pick up the foul, his first. Team second. So no shots here for Franklin. Just going to get it inbound side court. Gunnar McConnell calls out the offense for Coach Doug Clemens. Drives, kicks. Will Rowers deep in the corner. Going to drive in, baseline, and kick it out. An open three. Hervey gets into the act. Hayden Hervey from downtown. And stay with Smoky. There's some subs coming in for Smoky now. Ty Howard going to check in for Coach Thomas Young. Going to be a race. See who's going to be able to get it. Pringer into the front court. Back it goes to Pringer. He gets double teamed. He'll get a lot of attention tonight defensively. Well, Pringer looked like it was blocked from behind. Smoky fans wanted a foul. Gunnar McConnell drives in, fires it off of a Mustang. It'll stay with the Panthers underneath or their own bucket. Tessie looks to get it in. Does Gunnar McConnell. Pulls up. Kicks. Hervey. Fade away wouldn't go. Rebound. Hervey comes out with it. Gives it up. Will Rowers, top of the key. Rowers from downtown. My, oh my. 21-point lead. Pringer driving. Going to kick it back out. Ben Brown dribbling, dishing. No pass is not being challenged. Panthers defensively like hornets. They are swarming. Now we've got a whistle. And we'd have another timeout. Looks like it is going to be another timeout. Smoky Mountain wants to call a timeout. This is going to be a full timeout, 2:54 left, so we're going to take a break. Stay with us.
Need underbrush cleared? Have a stump that needs grinding? A tree that's become a hazard on your property? Call Carson Tree Service for a free estimate today. Whether it's landscaping or view cuts, he can help. Fully licensed and insured. Call Cheyenne Carson at 828-526-6213.
Welcome back. Smoky calls the timeout once again, trailing 23-2, 2:54 left in the first. Franklin, after starting pretty lackadaisical and a little lethargic on Wednesday night against North Henderson, really lucky to win that game. Had to come back in the fourth quarter. They have come out guns a-blazing in this one. Ace Pringer. Across that timeline. Pringer on the dribble, guarded by Gunnar McConnell. Over in the corner, Custer Pringer. Give it up to Ace. Ace gets triple team underneath, knocked away. Here come the Panthers. Teske. Three, up and good. To briefly stop the bleeding for Ben Brown and the Smoky Mountain Mustangs. Smoky Mountain handed Franklin one of two losses in conference as Gunnar McConnell hits the deck. They'll whistle a foul on Smoky. The other loss came to East Henderson. But when Smoky beat Franklin, back on the 12th of January. That was the first loss in conference. Catch and shoot three, Rowers. That one spins out. We'll get a over the back whistled on Franklin. I believe it's going to be on Hervey. That'll be Hervey's first third on Franklin. Springer brings it up. Swings it over to Ben Brown, now into the corner, and he slips down. A whistle, a traveling violation on Ace Springer. They need to make sure there's not any perspiration out on the floor. We've seen some Mustangs slip here. Teske, jumper, no. Follow, up and good. Lance Parker able to get the bucket. His first points of the night. Ben Brown to the hole. Gets blocked. Peyton Hervey with the block shot. Inbounds it goes for a quick three that is off the mark for Ben Brown. He's going to stay with Smoky, though. Minute 26 to go, first quarter. Springer looks to get it in, does to Snyder, who's just checked in. Gives it up for a deep three, Lane Plemons. Teske tries to answer, in and out. Comes Springer. He's going to give it up. In the paint, stolen away. Will Rowers steals it, and then he immediately gets fouled by Ty Howard. That'll be Howard's first and the team's fourth. So one more to give for the Mustangs. Final 63 seconds of this first quarter. It'll be McConnell. Gunner pulls up, in and out. Another three. Short. Ty Howard. Panthers come down racing with Teske. He's going to find Gunner McConnell on that baseline. He's going to kick it out. Rowers is open, top of the key. Didn't hit that one. He was way open, and normally he hits those. He is open. He's deadly. We mentioned that a few times. Stripped. Here come the Panthers. Teske. Nice. 16 seconds left. The barrage of points continue for the Panthers. Ben Brown driving. Brown, no. Teske got the buzzer. Almost went in. 29-8. Panthers on top by 21 after 8 minutes here at the Panther Den. Coach Tom Raby basketball court. We're going to take a break. Second quarter coming up right after this.
When your land demands the best, you need equipment you can count on. At Kubota Tractors of Franklin, you'll find that quality equipment and the best selection anywhere. Everything from the new Kubota subcompact tractors and the zero-turn mowers, all the way up to heavy construction equipment. Plus, right now, we're offering super low price options and incredible long-term financing on practically all Kubota products in stock. Come see us today at North Carolina's family tractor dealer, Kubota Tractors of Franklin.
Welcome back. 8 minutes up on the scoreboard. Second quarter about to begin. As we are heading towards 9 o'clock. Glad that you're with us on YouTube and Facebook of the Franklin Panthers Sports Network. Been an eventful night. Packed house. Expect that, the Battle of Cowee. Will Rowers with it as the Panthers have first possession. He's going to drive, kick, Hervey. Back to Rowers. He can't hit. Ace Pringer into the front court for Coach Thomas Young. He's going to attack. Can't get it. Outlet Tisateski. Stops and pops. That one's short. Rowers with a rebound. Goes back up and banks it. High off the glass. Ben Brown kicks it out beyond the arc to Pringer. Ben Brown, three, got it. Hervey tries to answer, can't. Here comes Pringer. Ben Brown, running shot off the glass, good. Back-to-back buckets for Ben Brown. Lance Parker gives it up to Tisateski. Over to McConnell, back to Tisateski. He's going to pull up baseline, can't get it. Pringer, off balance shot, got it to go. Ace Pringer. Will Rowers, center jump circle. Over to Tisateski. He's going to drive, and I believe he wanted to pass it, but he passed it into the hands of Smoky Mountain. Off to Pringer, underneath to Custer, and he's going to get his pocket picked. Rowers with it. Running shot for Will. The teardrop. More issues for Smoky. Another turnover. Up court, it's Gunnar McConnell. Another timeout for Coach Thomas Young and Smoky Mountain. Long discussion between the official. Oh, they're going to tee up Smoky Mountain's bench. I'm assuming it's Coach Young. I thought it was the whistle in a timeout, but they teed up the Smoky Mountain bench. Wow. We've seen the girls' bench get teed up and the coach for Smoky get ejected in the girls' action. And now a technical foul on the bench for Smoky. So I guess it wasn't a timeout. It wasn't a very demonstrative technical foul. Tisateski can't hit the first. He'll get one more. Usually when the tee is assessed, it's pretty aggressive. Second shot for Tisateski gets it to go. The Panthers will have the possession. Now they're going to have a timeout. Yeah, it looks like it. Will be a timeout awarded to Smoky Mountain. So one thing to note, the officials, both the girls and the boys game are the same. And they're not taking any lip tonight. No doubt about it. Don't want to start mouthing off. You will get a technical foul assessed. And as we saw in the girls' varsity, it was back-to-back tees. No chance really to take a breath. It was boom, boom, and the old heave-ho. Just a 30-second timeout with 5:22 to go here in the second quarter. Tisateski will have the honor of getting it inbounds after the technical and then the possession. Official still talking to the bench over on Smoky Mountain side. It goes to Attic Sutton, who's checked in out of that timeout. Coach Doug Clemens. Lisa Teskey issues. I'll say it was touched by a Mountaineer or a Mustang, evidently. Jack, short. Gets his own rebound. Second shot. Good. Our replay is acting a little funny. We don't have our replay here in the boys' game. I think he got wore out in the girls' game. We had some technical issues. Pringer underneath, shot blocked, and a foul coming up where it locked up our whole system. We're not going to take any chances here. Trying to diagnose the problem over the weekend. Exactly. You know how computers are. Put a mind of their own sometimes. 2 shots upcoming for Ace Pringer. Foul whistled on Lance Parker, his first. It's his team's first. 4:44 to go. And Ace Pringer gets the roll on the first. He'll get one more. Jackson Wilson going to check in for Coach Doug Clemens. And Peyton Hervey takes a seat. Second opportunity, up and good. Attic Sutton finds Lance Parker, back to Sutton, trying to drive in. Caught up. Now it's Parker in the corner, lifts a pass that is knocked out of bounds. It'll stay with Franklin. 4:28 to go in the second. Tie up, possession arrow is with Smoky. I would say that we are packed to the gills. Not many spaces for anybody to stand or to seat or to sit. And we got another turnover. We got some fellows that are standing right next to me. Will Rowers can't get it to go, but he'll be at the line for a couple of shots. And between Hall of Fame ceremony and the introduction of the starting lineups, I went out for some pictures and talked to the Hall of Fame inductees. The lobby area, the concession area was jam-packed. First shot no good. One more for Will Rowers. That one is going against Ace Pringer. Foul is. It's his first and second on Smoky. Second one up and good. Gunnar McConnell going to check in for Will Rowers, who takes a seat for Doug Clemens, Franklin. 4:05 to go here in the second. Ace Pringer kicks it. Back it goes Pringer. Baseline. Gets caught up. They're going to whistle a foul on Jackson Wilson. Student section, they're hollering a little bit. There was just a little shove there. Here, Coach Clemens out talking to the official. So double technical foul. They'll go to the possession arrow. The possession arrow says it's Franklin basketball. They're going to have Smoky with the possession here. And it goes to Custer Pringer, then back out. And a traveling violation, Ben Brown. Jackson Wilson with it. Baseline, going to kick it back out. It's Gunnar McConnell pulling up. Can't get the bucket. Fight for it. Saved into the hands of Jackson Wilson. Deep three, Wilson! Ace Springer gives it up. Ben Brown. Ben can't get it. Rebound on the floor. A foul going against Smoky Mountain. That's the 4th on Smoky Mountain. I believe it's going against Pringer. Who'd they give it to? 41. There's not a 41 on the Smoky Mountain roster. That can't be right. It has to be 14. No, 21 now to officially put it up. That's Ben Brown. It's his second. Teske into the corner. It's Wilson. Dribble. Find Lance Parker. Back to Teske. Jack. Over to Gunner. McConnell with 3 minutes left. Kicks over Wilson. Deep three wouldn't go. And it's out of bounds. Stays with Franklin. Last touch by Mustang with 2:57 to go in the second. Parker gets bumped. The Euro step. And that'll be the 5th on the Mustang. So shots upcoming, even though I believe he was in the active shooting. Lance Parker at the line for a couple. They're going to whistle that one on Ben Brown. That's his 3rd. Wow. 2:45 left in the second. And Ben Brown, who has been a key cog in the offense for Coach Thomas Young and Smoky. First one up and good. May have to take a seat here. And the second shot, good. Looks like Peyton Hervey going to check in for Coach Flemons. And another turnover. And then it goes back to the Smoky Mountain Mustangs. The backcourt having some issues. Kilpatrick got it back. Did he get it across that timeline? Yeah, he did, barely. A 3 off the mark. Pringer with the rebound. And a foul underneath will send Ace Pringer to the line. Ben Brown still out there playing with 3 fouls. He attempted that 3. Foul whistled on Gunnar McConnell. That'll be his 2nd. It's the 4th on Franklin. 2 shots for Ace Pringer, the junior. Can't get the first. Will Rower is going to check back into the game for Coach Flemons. Second one off. Teske with a rebound. He's going to travel in coast to coast. Can't get it to go. Approaching 2 minutes left. Through the hands of Ben Brown. Picked up by Sutton. He lost it. We'll say last touch by Attic, so it'll be Smoky basketball. Minute 57 to go. Mr. Pringer going to check back in along with J.J. Jefferson into the game for Coach Thomas Young at Smoky. It's like Lane Flemons also in and taking a seat's Kilpatrick. Minute 54 left. A 3. Well off the mark. Ty Howard couldn't hit. Panthers. And Jackson Wilson. He's going to give it up to Hervey. Back to Wilson. A 3. Wouldn't go. Hervey skies for the rebound. Finds Rowers, who dishes to Hervey, and he gets bumped. Hope we get the line. Ty Howard going to pick up the foul. That's his second. First one off the mark. One more at the stripe for Peyton Hervey. Mustangs will get in Nathan Gamble off the bench. Second shot up and good. Coming up at the break, want to stick around at halftime. If you haven't seen the January construction update for the new Franklin High School, we'll have that for you. So we posted it yesterday on our social media channels. It's the shot three. Lane Clemens caroms out of bounds. Franklin resets. We'll stick around for that. See what happened over the past month and a half. A lot going on at the construction site just behind us where we sit right now. Teske to the hole, off the glass. Jack gets the bucket. Again, there's a lot of slipping going on. I tell you, they need to look at that at the half here, or maybe Smoky Mountain, something with their shoes. They've been slipping and sliding on this end of the court. And in different areas up top, seen some underneath. Teske quickly. Will Rowers, a three. Got it! Will Rowers from deep. Panthers have crossed the 50 mark here in the first half. Lane Clemens gives it up, a three. Nathan Gamble got the answer that time. First points for Gamble, and we've got a whistle on Smoky. A couple of shots upcoming for the Panthers. It'll be Will Rowers at the charity stripe. 27.8 seconds left. Will Rowers got the roll. He'll get one more. Second shot for Rowers. Good. Nifty dribbling. And he got the whistle. The shot was no good. Ben Brown will be at the line. Parker will pick it up. His second. Panthers over the limit now with 15.8 left in this first half. Second opportunity, no good. Teske skies for the rebound, 12 seconds left. Up to Sutton, out to Rowers. Off the mark, Sutton grabs the rebound, finds Teske. Out to Rowers again, a three. At the buzzer. Will Rowers hits it, and the Panthers head into the locker room up 56-20. After an unbelievable first half, shooting-wise. They're beating on the door below us here, heading into the locker room. It's one of those chances that you rarely see where you really don't want to go to half. You just want to keep shooting if you're Franklin. All right, the cheerleaders entertaining us here. The Macon Middle School cheerleaders out there tonight. Get to see the young girls entertaining along with the varsity cheerleaders for Franklin. All right, stay with us. We're going to take a tour of the construction site with our January 2026 construction update here in just a few moments.
Need underbrush cleared? Have a stump that needs grinding? A tree that's become a hazard on your property? Call Carson Tree Service for a free estimate today. Whether it's landscaping or view cuts, he can help. Fully licensed and insured. Call Cheyenne Carson at 828-526-6213.
Hey folks, it is time for the January 2026 edition of the construction update of the Franklin High School project. I'm George Young, along with Tracy Talent from Macon County Schools, and we are here again in the new Panther Pit. A lot has changed since the last time we talked, Tracy. Walls are going up behind us, and they're about to put in the stands on the home side.
Yeah, just in a month. Wow, how things have taken place, and that the framing for the stands is going in. They poured the riser underneath the bottom of the bleachers with concrete, and then all the walls going up behind there where the crane is. It's amazing what all's taking place.
And folks maybe have driving by seen some of the dirt work that's happening on the field. You see some mounds, you see some puddles. A lot of that is the old drainage that they were digging up in preparation to put the new drainage in, right?
Yes, and as you remember from years gone by, when it would rain, we would really have a dam coming down the steps here from the parking lot into the field. Of course, all that is level together now, but yes, they had dug up all the old drainage, and some of it you can see down there with the old pipe work, and you could tell the reason that it would not drain water then, but all the subgrades going in now with all fresh drainage.
Yeah, and that should be done in the next couple of months in preparation, obviously, for the field to be prepared in April, May, and June as they get prepared for the turf and getting really prepared for the opening, which is still on track for next August.
Yeah, for August, and we're planning on playing football here in August of this coming year.
Yeah, it's exciting. All right, we're going to take a tour once again, as we have each and every month we've been doing this. We're going to head over, we're going to check out some of the buildings, we're going to go inside some of the buildings, so let's head over. We are now inside of the gymnasium. This is the Panther Den gym floor that we're standing on. Actually, I think where we're at is the stands that are going to be coming down. You can kind of tell where the stands are behind us. This is exciting. All these walls have come up over the past month and a half, and they're almost as tall as they're going to be. Yeah. Give us a sense, Tracy, of what we're seeing here.
Okay, this is as you said, the main gym floor here with the, we'll be standing like where the stands are here, and the stands coming down there on the other side as well, with your court running this way. And then beyond that wall over there is the auxiliary gym, and it's turned the opposite direction. So, you know, for design purposes and to get the room, that's the way they've done that. But it's exciting to see everything going on, the walls up, the crane setting the steel. It's just amazing to see everything that's gone on in the past month.
Oh, it is. It is coming up quick. That's the comment that most folks tell me, is how quickly this is coming up. Now, obviously, there's no roof on the gym just yet. Timeline for capping this thing off?
Of course, they're bringing the walls up, and they'll have to leave this center wall out to where they can work around there. I don't have a timeline on when that they'll be setting trusses yet, but I'm sure it'll be pretty quick, because they're setting steel all around us, and the walking track, the steel structure that's there is part of the walking track that will be going around the gym as well.
Yeah, that's exciting. A lot of folks don't realize there'll be a walking track, and you can walk inside or run either way inside the gym. Obviously on days similar to today where it's very cold.
Indoor track.
Indoor track, that's right. There'll actually be an indoor track instead of indoor-outdoor track is what they have now. All right, we're gonna head onto the other side and see what's happening over there. Well, we promised you we're going to head inside, and we are kind of inside. There is an open area of the wall and the ceiling right above us here. That's actually going to be the elevator shaft. Where are we inside here, Tracy?
One of the elevator shafts. We have 3 or 4 elevators in the entire building, but we're backstage, I guess you would call it, for the den, for the basketball courts. As you can tell where these rebar are right here, there will be more walls that'll be framed up through here as the days come. all around. There's welding and cutting and things taking place as we speak, but all this will be your locker room areas, your bathroom, showers, and those things that you have to have for your sports.
And this is basically underground or in the basement area of the gym, but it won't feel like a basement.
No.
Once you're inside, it's all connected and it's going to be cool. Yeah, it'll be very cool.
It's all going to work together and all going to flow very well. Got a great design on it.
These guys are working hard. All right, we're going to head on outside. And we're on the back side of the property, the Frogtown property. On the other side of the camera is a beautiful view of downtown Franklin. Behind us here is the 3-story classroom tower they're about to start constructing. We see they've built some of the footers. You can see that coming out of the ground. Describe what's happening over here, Tom.
Yeah, the footers, as you can see there, are deep and wide to hold up 3 stories of the structure that will be going here out on this section. As you can see behind us there where the crane is, they're erecting the bridge that will come from the center part of the building to the second floor of the educational wing. And then there where those white trucks are sitting there in the center, that'll be the courtyard that'll be totally enclosed, the kids' green space that the kids can go outside and eat lunch or have outdoor classrooms.
And you see these walls continue to go up a little higher and a little higher every day. That wasn't the case last month in December.
Right.
All this has transpired over the past month and a half, and it's very exciting. And I'm looking forward, Tracy, to next month, because I think we're going to even be inside some buildings that have roofs on them.
Oh yes, and we'll start seeing the walls be erected on this side up by next month. They'll start laying these walls up. Of course, the first story is brickwork, and then the second the 2 stories above that will be metal and phenolic panels. So it's exciting to see what's going to go on.
Yeah, a lot going on. You hear the beeping behind us. They are laying this rock, and a lot going on here at the new Franklin High School construction project. That's going to wrap things up for the January 2026 edition of the new Franklin High School construction update. Thanks to Tracy. I'm George Young. We'll see you next time.
When your land demands the best, you need equipment you can count on. At Kubota Tractors of Franklin, you'll find that quality equipment and the best selection anywhere. Everything from the new Kubota subcompact tractors and the zero-turn mowers, all the way up to heavy construction equipment. Plus, right now, we're offering super low price options and incredible long-term financing on practically all Kubota products in stock. Come see us today at North Carolina's family tractor dealer, Kubota Tractors of Franklin.
Welcome you back inside of the Panther Den, getting you set for the beginning of the third quarter. Got about 60 seconds before we will tip off this third quarter. Franklin is out warming up. Smoky out of the locker room as well. And sticking around. Packed house here. We are almost to 9:30, but it is not a school night. It's Friday night, so you can hang out. Wednesday we had the rec league kids out here, and a little before 9 o'clock, all of a sudden you looked up, nobody was in the stands because had to go home, go to bed. It's past their bedtime, but not tonight, as it is Friday night of hoops. The only Friday night home game for the Panthers all season long. Isn't that hard to believe? Hall of Fame induction ceremony before this one tipped off, and then it was pretty intense to begin this one. Both teams are ready to go. But 8 minutes up on the scoreboard. And it'll be Franklin with first possession, up 56-20. Gunnar McConnell with it. Coach Fleming's going to find Will Rowers. Pulls up. Parker over to Rowers, back over to Teske. Now Gunnar McConnell, nifty move, got himself open, and Gunnar McConnell able to get the bucket. Baseline jumper wouldn't go. Deep three for Teske. I'll have to fix the net as it swished and got caught up. Teske from downtown, 61-20. Springer gives it up, and it was, I believe, kicked. It'll stay with Smoky. And we have crossed that 35-point differential, so we'll have a running clock now. These two teams met in Silva with Smoky coming out victorious. Okay, Franklin, their first conference loss is the corner three is up and good. Ben Brown hits that one. Rowers to answer. Off the mark. Lane Plemons weaves in traffic. They'll kick it. Ace Springer feeds Custer Pringer, and he is going to get the bucket off the glass. Custer Pringer stands 6'7" for the Mustangs. Coach Thomas Young. Rowers driving, gets stopped, finds Teske, and back underneath. Parker's shot blocked. Almost a steal midcourt. Ben Brown leans, can't get it. Hervey, bounce pass over to Parker. Parker is going to be whistle for the player control foul, the charge. Lance Parker. That'll be the second on Parker. Or is it his third? It's going to be his third. Clock rolls. It'll be a quick second half. 35-point differential once it is gained in the second half. They run that clock. Even if it goes underneath the 35-point differential, it'll keep rolling. Second opportunity, no, fight for it. Possession arrow when the tie-up is Smoky's way. So that means it'll be not too bad getting out of here tonight. What is it, 9:28? Yeah. A three, up and good. Ben Brown again. Hands Parker over to Will Rowers. Rowers kicks over to Gunnar McConnell. McConnell pulls up. And he got it. Free throw line. Timeout, Smoky Mountain. Give me a full or 30 is the question. 30-second timeout. No, now it's going to be a full timeout. A full timeout. We'll take one with 4:46 left, third quarter. Stay with us.
Need underbrush cleared? Have a stump that needs grinding? A tree that's become a hazard on your property? Call Carson Tree Service for a free estimate today. Whether it's landscaping or view cuts, he can help. Fully licensed and insured. Call Cheyenne Carson at 828-526-6213.
When your land demands the best, you need equipment you can count on. At Kubota Tractors of Franklin, you'll find that quality equipment and the best selection anywhere. Everything from the new Kubota subcompact tractors and the zero-turn mowers, all the way up to heavy construction equipment. Plus, right now, we're offering super low price options and incredible long-term financing on practically all Kubota products in stock. Come see us today at North Carolina's family tractor dealer, Kubota Tractors of Franklin.
And we're back to action. Smoky with possession out of the timeout. Underneath, knocked away. Eli Snyder had his pocket picked. Will Rowers catch and shoot. Three off the mark. That is his spot. He couldn't get it to go. He was open too. Ben Brown weaving in traffic. Pulls up. Brown got it. Ben Brown has done his part for the Mustangs tonight. Teske kicking. Parker, baseline. Kicked around off of who? Let's say last touch by Mustang. So Nathan Gamble going to check in off the bench, the sophomore. Coach Thomas Young. Will Rowers with it. Rowers on the dribble. Finds Tisa Teskey. Tisa Teskey feeds. Hervey off the glass. Good. Peyton Hervey with a bucket. Makes it 65-30. Panthers going to race down court. Gunnar McConnell gets bumped. Got a shot off. He'll be at the line for 2 opportunities. Glad you're with us. Glad you have stuck with us. It's been a eventful evening. Had some technical issues at the Hall of Fame induction. A lot of folks here in the stands, and you see this clean broadcast for the most part, but had technical difficulties. But it's been a struggle behind the scenes. The crowd is one of the reasons there's so many folks here, and it's just a can of sardines. In fact, we had to barricade the door to the cage behind us where our executive producer, Phillip Angel, is located because kids were running up and down and running in there and saying 6-7. There's a little girl over here saying 6-7 because it's 67 points for the Panthers, 67-30. But we are glad that you're with us. I'm George Young, Phillip Angel, our executive producer. On cameras tonight, our fantastic camera crew of Spencer and Joshua. Is it a tie-up or is it a foul? Looks like it'll be a foul on. Oh, now we got a technical. The foul whistled on David Bennett for the Panthers. And then J.J. Jefferson will pick up the technical foul for Smoky. So we'll have free throws on both ends here. J.J. Jefferson, technical, that's his first. David Bennett picks up the foul for Franklin. Are they going to stop the clock or just let it roll? Looks like they stop it here. I don't know what the rule is there. Now it's running. 2 shots, Tisa Teskey. Got a lot of technical fouls in this ball game. And technical fouls in the girls' game, too. The coach get ejected. One more for Tisa Teskey. I guess they'll say that he wasn't in the act of shooting when Bennett fouled him. So just a common foul. Franklin has possession because of the technical foul. Will Rowers dribbling to the hole. Rowers shot blocked. Kicked around, going to stay with Franklin. We'll see in the fourth quarter if Coach Flemings elects to rest his starters and bring on some of the bench players. Corner 3 for Gunnar McConnell. Out of bounds to Smoky, and that'll do it. Fourth quarter coming up. 69-30. Franklin dominating tonight in the Battle of Cowee Mountain. Stay with us.
Need underbrush cleared? Have a stump that needs grinding? A tree that's become a hazard on your property? Call Carson Tree Service for a free estimate today. Whether it's landscaping or view cuts, he can help. Fully licensed and insured. Call Cheyenne Carson at 828-526-6213.
The middle school and the varsity high school cheerleaders are out on the floor together. Pretty cool to see. Fourth quarter about to begin, and the clock will start to tick. Is that 35-point differential mercy rule in effect? It used to be 42 points. This year they changed it to 35 in both football and in basketball. And we've seen that enacted in multiple games we've done here on the network throughout the season. Parker kicks it out. Starters remaining out on the floor for Coach Clemens. Over to Gunnar McConnell. McConnell kicks. Rowers open three. Can't get it to go. Stick back up and good. Lance Parker. And a lot of fans now decided to hit the exits. Shot wouldn't go. Fight for it. And here come the Panthers. Will Rowers off balance, kicks it out. Tisa Teske tiptoeing that baseline. Over to Hervey. Corner three wouldn't go. Pringer with the rebound. Here comes Ace. Gets caught up at midcourt. Gives it up to Ty Howard. Kicks it out. Now it's Gamble underneath. And he'll get the bucket. Franklin looking for their 19th win. Rowers kicks it, and it's Parker. Another shot three for Rowers wouldn't go. Deep three. In and out. Ben Brown. McConnell, high pass. Over to Hervey, off balance, able to tip it up. Aiden Hervey with a bucket, approaching 6 minutes left. Knocked away from Ty Howard. Gunner off the glass, and now a timeout for Doug Clemens. That may be a timeout to get the bench players. Now we got another technical foul. Good gracious. I didn't see what happened. Was it a something was said? Hey, if you just joined us, we had to put a nix on our replay machine tonight. It was causing some issues. It was acted funny. We were getting a little scared it was going to cause us some more problems. So we don't have a replay here. There was a technical foul assessed. I have to give credit to the officials. They're trying to keep cool on the floor. With the coaches, we saw some bench technical fouls. We've seen multiple technical fouls on both squads. We saw a double technical foul, which you rarely see back in the first half. That foul is going to be assessed to who? Is it another double technical? See if we get an explanation. Well, Ty Howard, I believe, is the technical foul victim. His number is up on the scoreboard. Tisa Teske. I saw Tisa Teske being held back, and I thought that they had whistled one on him, but obviously not. He's at the line. Wow. So we got Tisa Teske heading off, and we've got a couple of subs. This looks like most of the starters remain on the floor. Attic Sutton, sixth man, is on the floor. Rowers with it. Now Hervey. Addicks finds Gunnar McConnell. Back it goes Hervey, and he'll be fouled. And Peyton will be at the line for a couple of shots. That'll be the second on Smoky Mountain. And it's going against Eli Snyder, his second. Now we'll get some players off the bench for Coach Clemens. David Bennett going to check in. Nolan Collins also into the game, along with Jake Pendergrass. Some of the bench players now into the game for the Panthers. Corner three off the mark. Fight for it over the back, or is it a jump ball? It's going to be a jump ball. Possession arrow with Smoky. Regular season finale coming up for the Panthers on Tuesday night. And it goes, got a foul upcoming as the shot was no good for Jackson Cooper. Pendergrass going to pick up the foul. And again, if you want to go back and you want to watch the Hall of Fame induction ceremony, it is at the end of the girls' game. You could do so on YouTube and the second post on Facebook. We lost Facebook briefly there with some technical issues, but YouTube stayed on. Thank goodness. And I can guarantee you that if you were in the facility and you've gone home, you will be able to hear what was said a whole lot better on watching our broadcast than in the stands, as the sound system in here is terrible. A three by Bennett wouldn't go. Whistling over the back on Nolan Collins. But it was Charlie Brown in here. Wah, 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 wah. They tried to boost it, but it didn't really do much. You've got to do some EQing and some other stuff to make it a little louder. And even the feed off of the amps that we have, direct feed, that thanks to Tony Curtis and Curtis TV, they hooked this up and hooked up a lot of this sound system a couple of years ago, and they ran a brand new feed to us, and it sounded great for a while, and then as things have gone on, they've been messing with the board down there, and I don't know what they've done, but it doesn't sound very good. But I can tell you it's a lot better than if you were standing in the facility and trying to hear what was going on. Second shot for Eli Snyder. That's off the mark. What's going on here? We get another sub in here. Davian Hall's checked into the game for the first time. Banks it in. David Bennett with the bucket. He gets into the scoring column. Smoky Mountain going to close things out on Tuesday as well. We'll play North Henderson. That'll be senior night for the Mustangs at home. Three off the mark. And a rebound by Davian Hall. He'll give it up. Three is a little short for David Bennett. Fight for it. Smoky going to come down with it. 60 seconds left. Gamble a three. Wouldn't fall. Rebound, stick back, counted and one for Cam Hoyle. And Hoyle will be at the line for the and one situation. May run out the clock here. We're at 38 seconds. Foul whistled on the Panthers' Judah Bradford. He got it. We'll have 20 seconds left. Panthers will get it up court. High pass, and that'll head out of bounds. Trying to find Jake Pendergrass with the outlet. 10 seconds left, and it may do it. Eli Snyder at the buzzer. And that's it. It's a final here at the Panther Den and Coach Tom Rady basketball court. 84-35 the final. Franklin gets revenge from an earlier loss. At Silva, they moved to 19-4 and 11-2 in the Mountain 8 Conference. Smoky falls to 16-7, and now they're 7-6 in the Mountain 8 Conference. Franklin will close it out on Tuesday. We'll have it here on the network. It'll be senior night, so it'll be another long between girls and boys game. We'll have all the senior night festivities live on YouTube and Facebook. I want to thank you for sticking with us tonight. Thanks to our fantastic technical crew, our production crew, and Phillip Angel, Spencer Lee, and Joshua Chastian. For all involved, till Tuesday night, I'm George Young. So long, everybody.